Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Girls go to Mars to get more candy bars. But I shouldn't be eating those candy bars. And I shouldn't have knowledge to lose on Jupiter. How dare a girl be smart? I keep trying to form my thoughts about what womanhood means to me into a constellation I can map out to make sense, but it doesn't make sense. I don't identify with womanhood. It separates us more than bonds us. Humanhood, humanity, I believe in. Does that seem absurd? I may wear heels, which women do, but what's stopping anyone else in here from wearing what they love and feel confident into? I can't say I'm not a feminist. I can't say I am either. I can say I see inequality all over the place, that I didn't ask anyone to give me my quality. I refuse to play victim in a life that isn't a game. Man, woman, any and all between, we're all different individually, whoever we want to be. Look at the world, what keeps providing, keeps creating, but we're destroying. Rewind 20 years, age 10, me and my best friend. It's 4 p.m., spring just starting to warm up a frigid winter, starting to melt the residual ice off of our own cold hearts. It was left me so frozen for a moment I was unaware of the coldness of my own heart. Innocent, my best friend says, she's such a slut. A conversation interrupted by no one other than my mother. Hey, who's a slut? Silence. Do you know what a slut is? Then should you be calling her a slut? Damn it, Mom. Candor is my mom's. Her bluntness has not gone out of style. I was never one to label, but she had me questioning until I realized I'm a hypocrite. To this day, I'm a hypocrite. Sensitive, touchy, dramatic, emotional, I can't count how many tantrums I threw over Barbie's missing shoe. But I was one to keep what was said to me held in, seemed to be set off by the smallest tick of the bomb, the tick of which I had done everything wrong. I was all of a sudden the embodiment of wrong. I wouldn't and never will speak derogatory about anyone. Some more harm than good. Separation? I didn't think we had all be so misunderstood. I understood I knew nothing. Now I know nothing. I just thought we'd grow up. But the battle lines haven't even been drawn. We hide them and break them out for convenience and public distraction somehow. I'm not a victim. I won't be a victim. I look at the system. I see the connections, the patterns, but I look from the outside in. In my life, I was more silent than spoken. I was a motor mouth to those who knew me, and the quiet one who waited for permission for my turn to talk. I learned waiting to speak silenced me. Turned unable to speak for 3 years. Most given up on me. Now I know, being impatient when speaking is the most valuable trait I contain. No one is held hostage to listen to a damn word I say. I would run from most interactions before, but now the tables have turned. I shared my heart, what's inside me, my soul, to open the portal to hear more than you'll ever know. The lives of those behind the confessions, the labels, the identifiers, the hierarchy, the BS professions. We divide lives more by screaming and aiming the spotlight towards the side we choose to give our attention to. Who knew sticks and stones would break bones? But chuck them at me with all your force. The names still linger, waking me mid-sleep, and I need more rest. We all need more rest. Bodies can heal, bones repair. The mind is hard to rewire. I've been trying for years. I love to learn. While I'm living a life, I'm still able to comprehend all the information I can take in. While studying quantum mechanics on the smallest scale, we observe what lies in the bridges of the illusion of gaps. Since the beginning of time, the way to bring the system together, never meant to divide. To divide, to compete is playing chess in a life, and Lord knows I don't need any more competition. At least not tonight. Here to live, to breathe, to do more than survive. In my skin, I find comfort to the extent of this moment I'm in. On the surface, yes, I'm a woman, it's true. I look the part, and because of the label, I'm not less or more than any of you. I like to show some feminine skin, but again, that needs no justification. It's for me looking good, observing my body. Lucky it's carried me to my proud age of 30. On my own, free to do as I please, equality wasn't given or decided by mainstream. With honesty, I look closely at the areas I excel in and recognize the areas I need to learn to ask for some goddamn help in. We're not meant to be completely independent. We need one another. Just because I'm a woman doesn't make me any weaker or stronger. I don't have to prove this to anyone else. Just know myself. I'm not a victim. One thing to mention, the emotional castration of men, the topic which needs much more attention. We can keep shouting as loud as we want, spotlight on the issues, but screaming our lungs out is proving quite useless. We won't listen until we hear others' voices who are so unwelcome here. Break down the borders, the walls, the outside structures. It's easier to judge a book by the cover. You don't know the common ground we will find when we seek the answer from all behind what womanhood means. I can't find the answer. I don't feel I belong. I don't need to justify it because I'm a woman, I'm strong. We're all humans in a glorified race, stunting our own growth while spitting in one another's face. Don't escape the present to hinder the future. Why do I feel lesser than human because womanhood doesn't really mean or matter much to me? I want to hear why it's important. What's the need to define? Why label to keep drawing these inconvenient lines, keep dividing while colliding? When can we begin to move forward and rewind back to the day singing the rhyme? Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider, and girls go to Mars to get more candy bars. It was just a rhyme. It was just for skipping rope. It was just playing an innocent game when somehow, the message became ingrained. How can we progress and not live in retrospect? We're all too individual, and life is no standardized test.